Hello guys, in this video we will talk about the tablets and my experience with them, how I started, how I continued and where I am now with the tablets. So in the beginning it was like 2005, the year was 2005. I was a student in the technical university of one of my country towns, and I was not very rich. I mean, I had money just for basic food and for the rent, so I haven't had money for a tablet. Although I didn't pursue this kind of a dream to be a 3D artist or 2D artist or whatever, I wanted to be a designer, a web designer, mostly web designer. But the thing is, I wanted to start using like a digital drawing tool. So in my university, since I had good grades, they had this kind of a scholarship for excellent achievements, and me and like 50 other people, we went into this hall, they have this ceremony and they gave us some money, scholarship, one-time prize for good grades. So I got this prize, it was like $80 at the time, so I get it, and I straight out of the ceremony go into a computer shop and I bought this guy. Back in the day this was like $80, it was 2005 I think, and it was Wacom Intuos. It's not known now because it was discontinued. It has Wacom Intuos 2, this is one, or Wacom Intuos original, I mean the first generation, and then they have Wacom Intuos 2 and then discontinued this Wacom Intuos thing. So the characteristic of this table is a small size. This is pretty small, this is A5 I think. This is the small size. Also it has 512 pressure sensitivity levels, and this is its pen, which is pretty transparent. It's a little bit transparent, you can see inside. It's pretty interesting, and I was super excited back then because I haven't had experience with any drawing tablet back in the day. And finally I had a tablet, it was my new toy, so I started drawing and stuff, and I drew some stuff. It was nothing too much, like for example this guy. This was just for fun. I drew this guy, and yeah, it was nice. So I drew this for a school, for a project of my university. And yeah, back then I was a 2D artist. I mean, I was drawing, I wasn't a professional artist in any case. I was working as a designer in some design studio for menus and some kind of a billboards and stuff. So I was just drawing for fun, and this was the thing I drew. Then I went to a web design company and I started working with web design tools, and I forgot about the tablet. I didn't use it at all. But at some point I saw that there's opening for a 2D artist in Gameloft. It was 2007, the years were 2007, so I started practicing. I started practicing in pen and paper, I started practicing with this tablet, and I drew, and I made this kind of a website for my portfolio, to be my portfolio. This was it. This was the website. So it was like, yeah, you can click here, you can click whatever, it's still on. I mean, it's the address is, let me show you. It's a portwingion.com. You can see it. It's nothing much, but you see the drawings I did were with this tablet. All these things that I did in this site are with the Wacom Intuos tablet. This is awful. This of course is the dragon. These exact things, these sketches were made exactly for this portfolio, just for less than a week. I was practicing and I was making those. The anatomy is a little bit off, but it's kind of decent. I mean, I tried hard to make something decent so they can like me and they can take me. And yeah, it was a chance that I couldn't miss. So yeah. But they liked me. Yes, they liked me, and they gave me a test. So the test was to make an Amazon warrior and to make some kind of a soldier and a few other things. And this was the Amazon warrior I made with this particular small little tablet that I have, because I hadn't had anything else. So I like it. Even now I like it. It's kind of good. I mean, the skin is not as a skin, it's like plastic, but still I kind of like it. And I drew this with this tablet, and I drew also this guy. This is animated. I animated him. I drew this guy. This was the soldier. And so it's like, this was my level back then. If my level was higher, my drawing level, even with this tablet, with this little guy, with just 500 levels of sensitivity of the pen, I would make, I mean, something even better. So it's not about the tools that much. It's about how good you are. The tablet won't make you bad or worst or better artist. It just couldn't do it. But this was the guy I made, and also I made this kind of a thing, you know. So when they take me in the family of Gameloft, they gave me this tablet. This was Wacom Intuos 3. So I started working with this tablet in my work. And the difference between my Wacom Volito, the little guy, and this tablet, which was double the size, it was the medium tablet, and the feeling of this tablet, which is a professional tablet, how easy it is to work with, and how light you have to press to do something, opposite of the Wacom Volito guy here. You have to press pretty hard to do something. It was amazing, so I forgot completely about my little home tablet, and I started working only at work. But at some point, like 3 years later, around 2010, I had a proposition that I couldn't refuse, which was to buy one of my colleagues' almost unused tablet, which was this guy. This is the second generation, I mean the next generation of Intuos tablets. This is Wacom Intuos 4. So at my work, I worked with Wacom Intuos 3 up, and at home I had this Wacom Intuos 4, which has double the pen pressure sensitivity at 2000, the Wacom Intuos 3 1000. And basically, if I have to be honest, the difference between the tablets was not that much. I mean, for me, it wasn't a big difference. I already was a 3D artist. I was working with ZBrush, with 3D Max, and I haven't found too much of a difference. I mean, I like both. I like my work tablet, I like my home tablet, even though my home tablet was 2 times pen pressure sensitivity. I wasn't using those buttons, these buttons at all. Also, the buttons on my Intuos 3 and my work, I don't use those buttons. So, but I don't mind them being there. I mean, the tablets are great. So, all of my work, all of my tutorials, all of my YouTube videos, all of my courses that I've made, everything is made with this particular tablet here. Everything is made in this area. You see here how it's a little discolorated and stuff, but on feeling it's not that different. I mean, it's not like a hole or something. It's just a little bit scratched. It's nothing. I mean, it's working. It's perfect. So, but the last video about the fist anatomy, I didn't make with this tablet. I made it with my newer tablet. Why did I change my tablet? Why did I change my Intuos 4 since it was that good? I changed it on 2 reasons. One reason was portability, because I wanted to work outside of my home sometimes with the laptop, and this is pretty big to carry. I mean, it's not that super big, but I wanted it to be on the laptop back. So I tried to work with this guy, my small tablet, but it was awful. I mean, it requires a lot of pressure. It's nothing compared to Intuos 3 or Intuos 4. It's amazingly bad. So I decided to do something else. Also, the second reason was that many people on the channel here are asking what kind of tablet is good for beginner. What kind of tablet is good for a beginner? And yeah, many people think that Huion or XP Pen tablets are good. Yes, they are pretty good. They are. I think they are much better than this one for even less money. Nowadays, of course, you have a lot of choice, but I decided to stick with Wacom, and I bought this guy. This is one by Wacom. So don't make a mistake. This is not Wacom 1. This is one by Wacom. You see here, one by Wacom. Wacom 1 is also a tablet by Wacom, but it's display tablet. It's a little display tablet. I mean, the basic display tablet they have. It has a display and you can draw on it. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend any display tablets except for iPad, probably iPad Pro, and the newest generation of Samsung Galaxy Tab, I think, yeah. Because I have now this is Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, and the drawing experience on it's amazing. So the Galaxy Tab is also good for drawing, but for 3D I recommend only something like this. I mean a normal tablet, not a display tablet, because the normal tablets, they don't have any lag, they are amazing, and if you get used to it, which it will require between like 10 minutes or 2 hours, I'm not sure, you will be completely perfect with it. So I bought this tablet, and what I realized, because I bought it just to be my travel companion, not to be my main tablet, but I started using it as a main for a little bit, just to test it. And you see the pen. So the bigger pen is, let's see it here, yeah. The bigger pen is the Wacom Intuos pen. It's more premium look. It has this kind of a rubberized surface here, very cool. This one is just plastic and very light. This is the one by Wacom tablet pen. So in the beginning I was like, well, this pen is very small and light and what? It doesn't feel premium that much. But after 15 minutes of working with this tablet, I was amazed by the feeling of it. It was the same as my Intuos 4. It was completely the same. The pen pressure sensitivity is the same. It's 2048. And the feeling is absolutely the same. The light, how you lightly work with it is the same. So I was just mind blown how this tablet, this small tablet, I mean, the working area also is the same. It's the medium version, so it's the same. Working area is like 22 by 12 centimeters, I'm not sure, so 12 by 22 or something. And this is completely the same as this working area here. You see, this working area. And all of these things, all of these fat borders here are completely useless by me. I don't use them. I don't use these buttons, and this for me is just a waste of space. So I realized that this is taking so much less space in my desk, and also is so much the same as the Intuos as work. I don't find any difference. And also nowadays, if you want to buy the latest Intuos, I think Intuos 8 or something, this is 5 times less expensive, 5 times cheaper than the latest Intuos. So for me, I'm just amazed by this tablet. It's just super nice. Let me show you. So this is from eBay Co. UK. So this is the version of UK version. Oops, I pressed something. Thank you. I cannot go back. Okay, so the UK version, it's about £50. And now you can see. So this is the working area. It's 8.5 by 5.3 inches. And in centimeters, you can see it above. 21 is the same as the Wacom Intuos 4, but the Wacom Intuos 4 has bigger borders and buttons that I don't use. So for me, as a 3D artist, this tablet is the best choice. There is no other tablet in existence, as long as I know, because I've checked, from Huion or from XP Pen or from any other brand that has this thinner bezels around the working area. So this is very much like very nice and very comfortable. Also, I don't think more than even 1000 pen pressure levels on a decent tablet like Wacom tablet are needed for 3D artists, for example. For 2D artists though, I think maybe even more than 2000 will be nice. I mean 4000. There are even some very cheap options from Huion or from XP Pen. Let's see this Huion, for example. Yeah, you can even work on your phone with this Huion, and it's pretty cheap. It's cheaper than Wacom 1 medium version, 1 by Wacom. It's a bigger, no, it's not bigger, but it's wider working area, and I think it has how much sensitivity levels? Yeah, 8000 sensitivity levels. So if you are a 2D artist, I think it even has tilt, because this Wacom, it doesn't have tilt. So if you tilt your pen and try to make shade or something, this doesn't have this functionality. But for a 3D artist, it's not needed, for me at least. I don't use it. So for me, it's the best. For 2D artists, maybe some of this kind of tablet will be better. But you have to, for example, go ahead and check this out. Check other offers from Huion. They have a lot of very nice looking tablets with a lot of functions crapped in them for very little money, which is very nice. Nowadays you have choice. Back in the days where I was like starting, we don't have any choice. We have Wacom and we have Trust tablets, and the Trust tablets was completely crap. So Wacom was the only choice, and they were pretty expensive. Nowadays they are also pretty expensive, but they have this kind of a not very expensive option. So I bought this one. I start working with it. I like it so much. I put this in my wardrobe and I don't use it anymore. And in order to get, to go to work from the seaside, I bought another one of this. So I bought this for, in my country, this is pretty cheap. I bought it for about $60, this one. And in United States, I think they are kind of more expensive, the Wacom tablets, but you will see. And secondhand, I bought another one, so I have two of this now, and the other one just sits in my Wacom in my laptop bag, just to be ready to travel. I mean, it sits in the bag, and I bought it even cheaper. I bought it for $50, I think, secondhand. And the idea is that these pens, these tablets are pretty cheap. I mean, they're not super expensive. So people are gifting them to other people. And those other people, if they don't use them, they sell them. And they are pretty much new. And I don't think somebody will sell this tablet if they're using it regularly, because this is just very nice tablet. So even I used it for about a month and a half or something. And it's, if I clean it properly, it will be completely as new. I mean, it doesn't have any issues. So I recommend it even secondhand. It's a very good choice, but only the medium version, because the small version is half the working area. It's very small. So I don't recommend the small version, the medium one. Be careful. 1 by Wacom, medium version is what I recommend for 3D artists. For 2D artists, you can try other options. You can check out the Huion or XP Pen options. Not options, but tablets. Yeah, and they have they're crapped with functionality and stuff. I haven't used them, I cannot say, but I think they may feel a little bit like non-consistent line quality or something. I've read about this somewhere, but I'm not sure, so don't take my word for it. Just check out your options. But I know illustrators, very good illustrators, that are making amazing works that are working with this exact tablet. I mean, not this exact this tablet, but the one by Wacom tablet, the medium one, and they are doing great. So I told you, it's not the tablet that will make you better or worst artist. You just need a decent tablet, and this is one. If you don't need a tilt, pen tilt, if you don't need the pressure levels, I don't think you need more than 2000, even for an Illustrator. So if you don't need the pen tilt, if you don't need the Bluetooth connection, because this doesn't have it, if you just can use the cable like I do, it's not a problem for me. This is the tablet. And also for beginners, since this is pretty cheap and this is Wacom, this is tested, this is great quality, I recommend this. That's my 2 cents about the tablets and stuff. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. This is the best. If you have any questions, although I said almost everything, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the description, or probably not in the description because the description will be not accessible for you, but in the comments you can try that. And that's it, yeah. Thank you and good luck, and I will see you in the next video. And probably I won't see you, but you will see me, which is, yeah, probably good. In the next video, which probably will be about the skull, the anatomy of the skull. Tell me what you think about the anatomy of the skull. If you like it, if you like a video about the skull anatomy, it will probably be nice because it will help everyone to understand better the things that are sitting below the face, and since the face anatomy with that, which is cool. So bye for now.